Hi, this is Dina from Better Topics, and today I'm going to show you how I make very healthy, vegan, and extremely easy pancakes. Also, they're extremely tasty.
Before starting the pancakes, I have started to make a healthy jam where I've used about 600 grams of natural sweetener and about 1 kilo of frozen berries and some frozen cherries as well. Obviously, the amount of sugar or sweetener that you will use for this depends on the type of fruits that you use. The more sour they are, the more sugar you will need to use, and that is it. Normally I would put a bit of water as well, but because these were frozen, they would leave water anyway, so they didn't need any extra water. I just had to keep an eye on them until they started to melt, and then I moved them to another hob to simmer on low heat until I actually make the pancakes. It takes them about 5, maybe 10 minutes until they start to melt, so you would just have to keep stirring them a bit. After about 10 minutes, as you can see here, they melted, and there is some water as well from the frozen fruits. The way you know it's done is that the juice will be like a thick-ish syrup. Then you know it's done and you can serve it on your pancakes. I've just give it another stir, and then I moved it to another hob in the back so I could start my pancakes. So for the pancakes, I used about 450 grams of gluten-free oats. You can use normal oats as well, it works exactly the same. And I've just pulsed it a few times in my blender to make it into a flour. Now if you want to use oat flour straight away, that's fine as well. I've put about 2 teaspoons of flax seeds, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. The more cinnamon you put, actually the tastier they will be. Cinnamon makes everything taste so good. I've put about 1 teaspoon of baking powder. This will make them very nice and fluffy, and about 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I've also added 3 bananas to it. And about 3/4 of a liter of plant-based milk. You can again use normal milk as well if you want to. The result will be exactly the same. After that, make sure to whisk it up properly for about a minute or so, a minute and a half, to make it very nice and smooth batter. Start heating your pan and just brush it with a bit of oil. Now I use this silicone brush, and I brushed after every second round of pancakes. I didn't brush it after each one. If you want, you can, but I have a non-stick pan, so I found that works perfectly fine for me. If you want to make your pancakes slightly sweeter, you can also add any type of sweetener that you like. It won't really change its consistency. Because we have added the flax seeds, that will work as eggs, and it will keep the batter together, and your pancakes won't disintegrate basically when you flip them. Once you see the bubbles on top, they are ready to be flipped. I've used the silicone spatula because I found it works best and it doesn't really stick to them. Now, if you find the consistency of the batter is too thick, you can also add a bit more milk. I always end up using the rest of the milk as well, because once I am 3/4 through the batter, it starts to thicken. So the more it sits, the more it thickens. And then I usually just add a bit more milk, give it a whisk for like 10 seconds, and then continue frying the pancakes. And that's it basically. These are the quickest and easiest pancakes I've ever made, and let me tell you, they are extremely tasty. Non-vegans ate it and they loved it, vegans ate it and they loved it. Basically everyone loves pancakes, but yeah, these are very quick, very easy. One thing I forgot to mention is that if you want to add any special protein that you use, you can do that as well. Again, it won't change its texture. Maybe you might need to add just a tiny bit more milk, but I found that it works with the same amount of milk. If you have any special flavors you like to have on your pancakes, then, you know, go ahead and add it to the batter. And this is the finished product. These are all the pancakes that I've made with 450 grams of oats, basically. The jam was ready as well, and it was ready to serve. Normally it takes us about 2 days to eat this amount of pancakes, maybe 3. To be honest, I don't know if they freeze well or not, because they've never lasted that long in my house. They always get eaten within 2, maximum 3 days.
Let me know in the comments below if you are willing to give it a try. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends.